it's Desiree here, and I am back making videos on YouTube, hoping that I'll be more regular with it this time. Sorry you guys, I had to fix the audio situation and the angle. It was kind of weird, but yeah, so I am so happy to be here. It has been a minute since I've made content. While I've been gone, so much has happened, but I am back specifically because I want to document some of my recent decisions. And I think looking back on these videos will be really encouraging to myself and maybe other people. So I'm really excited to get back into this space. If you saw the title of the video, I am getting VSG surgery, although it was canceled during my pre-op diet. That's why I'm here today, is to tell you about the process. I think it's necessary to document. I'm watching other people's, documentaries and just how they're, journaling their process through TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, and I want to do the same. So just quickly, VSG is a type of bariatric surgery. There's various different types, but with VSG, they cut off 80% of your stomach, which shapes your stomach into the shape of a long, slender-ish banana. So that restricts your intake of food, which obviously promotes weight loss. It also helps with hormone balancing and a variety of different things. So it's just an awesome way to lose weight, but it's not the only type of surgery that is available for weight loss. For me, I never thought weight loss surgery was a necessity for me. I've never been small. I've always been over 280 pounds since I was 18, and I'm 29 now. And I'm looking at my notes, so apologies if I'm looking all over the place, but never thought I was a candidate for weight loss surgery, to be quite honest. I watched My 600 Pound Life on TLC, and they're candidates for weight loss surgery. And, we cheer them on through the TV, but I never thought I was a candidate. Like, yes, I can see I'm fat. I can see that, but I can go to the gym, which I do often pre this virus. That was my space to decompress. I can keep up for the hour workout. I can go on a trail. I'm in Georgia. We go to Stone Mountain all the time and hike up it. I can do these things. I can fit in spaces most times. I'm not immobile, so I didn't know why I needed weight loss surgery. I just needed to be disciplined, and I needed to have the willpower. And I'm using that word specifically because I wasn't educated. I needed education too. So just a quick rundown. I went to a gynecologist appointment with a gynecologist I had never been to. It was my first time going to her. I want to say this was 2016, maybe. Yeah, around there. And I told her that I wanted to get some type of appetite suppressant or some type of hormonal therapy because I need help losing weight. And at that time I was 308, maybe 300. And that was huge for me. That's big. So I wanted help. And she was like, well,
have you tried bariatric surgery?
And I was like, what's bariatric surgery? I didn't know what it was. And she was like,
it's weight loss surgery. They have the gastric bypass and they have the VSG.
At this time, I didn't know anyone that had bariatric surgery in my age bracket, but I had one friend that had VSG. But she was very, very large, so I wasn't her size. So I was like, me? You're recommending bariatric surgery for me? That's rude. And I never went back to her, that gynecologist, because I was so offended. It's not that bad. I don't need that. I just need the willpower. I was ignorant. Upon further research, especially since this whole virus has shut down the world, I started doing research, and bariatric surgery has nothing to do with willpower. Weight loss has nothing to do with willpower a lot of the times. It has to do with your makeup, your genetics. There's something genetic there. Have you been overweight all your life, even though you're eating the same things as your cousins and your siblings and your parents? Yes, there's something there. And so it's not always willpower. I go to the gym way more than a lot of my slimmer friends. So getting educated there was key. Understanding that willpower, no willpower, I needed help. And realizing that was key. And so in October of 2021, I started Googling bariatric surgery. No, actually, I take that back. I asked my PCP during a annual physical exam in 2021, last year. I was like, hey, I need help and I am interested in surgery. And he gave me the name of someone in Atlanta. I won't say anyone's name on this video, but the reviews were awful. Like, one of the first reviews was, I was in a coma for a month after my bariatric procedure with this doctor. And I know people only write the bad reviews a lot of the times, but that's enough for me not to go. So I was like, okay, this is not gonna work. So I just did things the good old millennial way, and I just Googled myself, and I found a surgeon that was close to me with super reviews, and that was good enough for me. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I did not do a lot of research. I just went with reviews and I chose the first one. And don't do that. If you're watching this, do a little bit more research than me. But I mean, my back was to the wall and I was ready to go. So I go to his office, I do a consultation. I just wanted info, but it just started happening fast. At that consultation appointment, they were like,
yeah, we're gonna go ahead and just like start setting you up with your pre-clearance appointments, because those take time and we cannot do a surgery until you can get those. So we recommend start scheduling those first.
And it was a lot. If you're not familiar, you have to get a psychology pre-clearance, you have to get a nutritionist pre-clearance, you have to get a pulmonologist, that's the lung doctor, pre-clearance, you have to get a cardiologist pre-clearance, that's a heart doctor, and you have to get an endoscopy, which is when you go under anesthesia and your bariatric surgeon puts a camera down your stomach and takes a sample, a biopsy from your stomach lining to make sure that you're good. It's a lot. So I was like, oh my God, like, I just came for information. But I started getting calls from all these doctors like, hey, like, this doctor, bariatric surgeon's office called us and we want to go ahead and schedule you for A, B, C, and D, and E. And I was like, okay. So I was just going with emotions. It was a lot. It was a lot. In the meantime, I had to go to my bariatric surgeon once a month for weigh-ins and check-ins. I had to go to the nutritionist once a month for weigh-ins and check-ins. And I wasn't taking it seriously. It's October, we're going into the holidays, and I wasn't really that serious. I just wanted information. So I wasn't really dieting, definitely wasn't exercising. And I was still eating horrible things in very large quantities. And on top of that, I was juggling jobs and school. So I was stressed last fall. And so that was that. So I had my surgery date. They kept moving it. They wanted me to come in December. I wasn't ready. I don't want to be on any liquid diet or any surgery around Christmas. Then they were
like, well, can we do it January 3rd?
It's like, no, I'm not about to be like stressed out going into the new year. And I had a trip scheduled out of state. So I was like, no, like, me being the Leo that I am, I was like, no, I'm going to go to this trip out after New Year's, out of state. It's going to be a lot of food and fun. I'm going to come back. I'm going to binge it a little bit because I'm going to have my little food funeral, and then I'm going to have the surgery. So that should be like February or late January.
And so they were like, okay, cool. We'll do February 7th. You've seen all your doctors. And your insurance you're covered for this benefit. So we're going to do February 7th.
And so in my head, February 7th, 2022, that has always been my date since December of 2021. February 7th was my date. That was just what was set in stone in my mind. Now, my last clearance that I had gotten was my psychologist clearance, and it was great. But I will say that when I've never spoken to a therapist, so I don't even know what the process was like. And this therapist that was on the program, he's very thorough. He's very thorough. He prides himself on what he does. And so I opened up. Like, I was just like,
you know, when I was 3, this happened, and when I was 5, this happened, and I used to feel this way when this happened, and I don't know how to do this. When I was 10, and when I was in college, this happened, and then I lost my job at this time, and then I couldn't figure out, and then this breakup, and then this, and then I didn't have money, and then my transmission, and then food, and sometimes I don't know how to.
Like, I was going in, and I was being very transparent. And he gave me a lot of great tips, and tips that I still use since that appointment to manage stress. I'm very, very I feel like I'm always on this pedestal that I have to perform. And so that was that. Now, So I was told
But your pre-op liquid diet starts on this day.
And by day 3 is my appointment date for the bariatric surgeon. It just happened to be on day 3 of the pre-op liquid diet. So I did that. I came back from my trip, had my little food funeral, and I'm ready. So liquid diet starts, and I am drinking the shakes. Day 1, cool, got this. Day 2, got this, but it was getting harder to drink water. I just wasn't thirsty. Day 3, I'm like, oh my God, I'm in ketosis. I hate being in ketosis. My mouth tastes awful. The shakes were just like disgusting at this point, and I love protein shakes. They were disgusting. I was not thirsty, but my lips were like cracking. It was awful. I got to the doctor's office, and I was 12 pounds down. He was so thrilled. I looked great. Everything was moving smooth. While I wasn't drinking the liquids, I was like drinking nothing by day 3. I was just on a dry fast basically because the shakes just were not working. The pudding was not working for me anymore. And I was not thirsty, but I was thirsty. I was dehydrated, but I could not bring myself to drink water anymore. So he was like,
oh my God, whoa, you're 12 pounds down. This is amazing. Wow, that's where you finally lost weight.
Because, I mean, like I said, I had not been taking it seriously. So I would even gain weight throughout the process. I was not losing every time I would see him. So he was stunned that not only had I lost weight, I lost 12 pounds. And he was like,
unfortunately, you're not having your surgery in 11 days. On the 7th, you're just not.
And I was like,
so yeah, you never got the psychology clearance. You never got the nutritionist clearance.
And I'm like, what? I've been going to the nutritionist since I met y'all in October. I've gone every month. Trust me, I couldn't stand her, but I was going.
Well, we don't have it. Your psychologist said that, the psychologist said that you need more sessions. There's a lot to unpack. And you need more sessions. And so he's not going to clear you until you come for a few more, like 8 more sessions. 8 more sessions.
I was devastated. It's like, and the funny thing is, that's how you know this is mental. When he said that, my stomach started growling. Like they could hear it in the room. My stomach was growling. I was not hungry for them 3 days. My stomach was growling. I was like, oh, I'm going to go get the biggest slice of pizza I can. I'm going to cook out to go get some cheese bites. I'm going to go in and I'm going to top it all off with a giant vintage Starbucks drink. I was so heartbroken. Well, I come to you guys today on March 6th, and I am happy to say that I am back on the pre-op diet. Today is my day 7, and my surgery date will be March 14th, over a month from the previous date, 2021. And I'm gonna make a second video all about that because there's a lot to unpack there too. And so, yeah, that's where we're at. That's where we're at. Now, I'll end the video because I hate super long YouTube videos. Quick thoughts. Food funerals. Do I regret having one? Nope. I had one for this liquid fast that I'm on now. It's the best thing ever. For me, you have to know what your relationship is with food. For me, I just like good food. But I don't have a food addiction to the point where I have to eat all day. But when I do eat, it's going to be good. So know your relationship with food. If you are one of those people that cannot stop and willpower is not the word. Don't ever use that when you're on your weight loss journey. If your patterns will not allow you to stop if you start, don't do it. My program. Do I regret my program? Yes and no. My doctor is the only thing that's keeping me in this program. His team, the nutritionist, and the psychologists they have on hand suck. Like, they suck. Like, I deserve better because it's not cheaper than anybody else. It's a very expensive procedure. Insurance is paying for a lot of it, but it's still very expensive. And so, yes, I regret the program because, yes, the doctor is amazing. I've actually talked to someone that had used him. She works at the hospital, and she was just telling me out of nowhere that,
Like, yeah, I had the same procedure with your doctor a few years ago.
And she showed me a picture. She was huge. And I'm talking about now she's like a size 2. So, I mean, he's a great doctor. I trust him. He gives me a fatherly vibe, but his team is awful. And in fact, the nutritionist, she quit. Didn't even tell anybody. And I don't have a nutritionist right now. And I'm 7 days away from surgery, which is kind of terrifying. So do your research. It's your money. If you're paying out of pocket, do your research. If your insurance is paying for it, if you're on Medicare and they're paying for it 100%, do your research, because these doctors are charging a lot for this surgery. It's extensive. Do your research. If my doctor was as awful as his team, bye. I'm not gonna let a quack cut me open. So do your research. Second thoughts. Do I have second thoughts? Nope, not anymore. Nope, no second thoughts for me. Let's go. I'm scared, yes, because I've never been in a hospital like that, but no second thoughts. We're here. Let's do it. Here are my stats. I will insert pictures throughout this way if I can, but I am 5'8". I wear a size 10 in shoes. I am currently, my highest weight that I know of is 332. I had never seen 332 pre-pandemic. My doctor has me down as 328. But I did gain some weight since I met him in October. So highest weight for him is 328, but highest weight for me that I know of is 332. My lowest weight that I've ever been as an adult, I moved into college at 282. And I got down to 280 through Weight Watchers in 2017. Look bomb. I look bomb at 280. And so that's the lowest weight I know of, like the 280s. I got to like 285 in undergrad too. I'm 29, going to be 30 in July of 2022. And my current weight is 317. And that was as of this morning. I think it'll be lower because I'm dropping weight very quickly on the liquid fast, as to be expected. My goal weight, I don't have a goal weight. I don't know what I look like at anything. I don't want to be slim. I just want to be small. So I don't want to be bony. Just want to be small. Just want to be a small, healthy person in the single digits, dress sizes. Don't know what that looks like. I remember my mom had enrolled me in a gym, a women's only gym, when I was like 15. They weighed me on the consultation initial intake, and it was 252.
Damn!
I didn't know that. I didn't even know I was over 200. My learner's permit said 180. So I had no idea. I thought at the max I was like 190. So 252 was my weight at 15, and I was stunned. Yes, I was the biggest broad in town at the school, one of them. But if you give me that size now, I would not be making this video. I was okay at 252. If I can find a picture of when I was 15, I'll be happy to insert that. I was not huge at 252, but if that's what I was at 15, that's what I was, sis. So I don't know what I will look like at under 200, but I want to get there. I'm going to do a part 2 to tell you about my liquid fast. I am now on the round 2 of a liquid fast. I have gotten approvals from all of the doctors. I have gotten insurance clearance. I am cleared and ready to go. So God willing, my surgery is on March 14th, 2022. Today is March 6th, 2022. So I am, today, as of this morning, I am on day 7 of my fast. But like I said, part 2, we're gonna unpack what the liquid diet looks like, what I found has worked for me. But if you've watched through the end of this video, you are the MVP. I enjoy talking and I enjoy making YouTube videos, and I definitely enjoy watching them. So if you somehow stumbled across this video, there's tons out there and you chose to watch mine, thank you so much. Like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and just record the part 2 now so I don't procrastinate on it. I may just change my shirt if I'm being quite honest and keep going. And I appreciate you. I am doing this to document this journey. This is not about selling things, or I'm not watching the metrics. I'm just happy to be here. And so until next time, we'll talk later.